Welcome to Tai Chi. Everybody ready? Let's warm up. Hands at your waist, turn your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Expand your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waist exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Airplane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Be careful. Shift your weight to the left foot. Good Tai Chi posture. Kick your right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kick your butt. 1, 2, shift weight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heisman, opening up your span, parallel feet. Choose the right side, cross and sit on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shift weight, cross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Short one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good Tai Chi posture. Good golden cockerel. Kicking it up a notch. Opening up your span. Creating spirals. Creating circles. Rotating on your central axis. Here we go. Golden cockerel. Stands on its left and right. Last set. Kicking out. 50-50, shift weight to the left. Center the energy, kick out right. Center, kick out left. Holding your ball on a T stance, root down, store that energy, good Tai Chi posture. T stance, L stance, bow stance. Sit back, sit down, pivot, center with the ball on a T, out into the side L, part the wild horse's mane on a bow stance. Sit back, sit down, pivot, hold your ball, T stance, L stance, bow stance. Sit back, sit down, pivot, listen carefully, T stance, L stance, part the wild horse's mane, cloud hands. In the 10. Bird's tail. Closing. Embrace the tiger. Closing form. Okay, Yang 16. Go back to your home base. The Tai Chi posture. Commencing form. wild horse's mane. 1, 2, half step, spin to the right, watch the advancing left hand go up, set it up correctly, white crane spreads its wings. Drop the front foot, tuck the elbow in, bisect your body, swirl back, look at your left hand that's higher, all together, 2, brush your knee. 1, sit back, twist out, right hand higher, set it up, brush knee 2. Sit back, twist out, left hand high, right hand fisted, exchange places, heel out on a deflect to the right, parry coming in, advance forward, punch. Strip the guy away, roll back, sit down, push him down, spiral up, lunge forward. Pivot on the back foot, pivot on the front foot, hook the hand, shift the weight, left hand across the face, out, L stance, O stance. Half step forward, swirl the back hand, rock the front foot, play your lute on your heel. Center the front hand, right hand higher, glancing at it open, repulse of the monkey. 1. Lead with your toe, glance at the left, up, repulse of the monkey, final. Pivot on the heel of the front, pirouette the right toe, kick out with your right heel, reposition your hand, out with your left hand, left foot, as it goes to the forehead, maiden on her left. Sit back, sit down, pivot in, hold your ball, right foot ready to go, right heel, right hand to the forehead, shuttles on her right. Half step to the back, across the hips and waist, set up the left hand, point down to the bottom of the seat. One hand comes up, 2 hands come up, then your foot, start in the middle, out with your right heel, flash arms like a fan. Sit back, sit down, 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 2 things happen. 12 o'clock, 2 things happen at 9 o'clock. Lots of things happen at 3, tee and ball. Out and to the side, ward off. Turn the hips and waist, grasp the bird's tail. Contact, turn again, push out. Roll back and sit down. Spiral up and lunge forward. Twist step, T stance, L stance, ward off, bow stance. Turn the hips and waist, grasp the bird's tail. Look back, contact, turn again, push, separate, roll back, sit down, spiral up, lunge forward. Twist, open, in, embrace, move over, rotate, bring it up, push it in, push it out, separate, drop the shoulder, tuck the elbow, let gravity take you back home. Okay, facing the clock wall now. Good Tai Chi posture. Commencing form. Shift weight to the right, off the ground, toe, arch heel, hands rotate, deep breath in. Push down, reverse, make yourself small. Hold your ball on a T stance, out and to the side, part the wild horse's mane 1. Sit back, sit down, pivot, hold your ball, out with your heel, part the wild horse's mane 2. Half step forward, hold your ball, spin the ball to the right, rock the front foot as you advance the left hand, set it up correctly. White crane spreads its wings. Drop the front foot, tuck the elbow in, bisect the body, swirl back to set it up correctly, all together, ear, hand, heel, brush knee 1. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, right hand higher, all together, brush knee 2. Half Sit back, sit down, spin out, left hand high, right hand fisted, exchange the position, deflect to the right, bring the left hand into parry, right punches out. Strip the guy off of you, open your hands, fingers, sit down, spiral up, lunge forward. What do? Pivot on the back, pivot on the front, hook the hand, shift the weight, out L, single whip. What do we do? Swirl the back hand, rock the front foot, play your lute. What are we gonna do? We set it up for pulse of the monkey. 1, beat with the toe, and 2. Now, pivot the heel, pirouette the toe, kick out, reposition hand, out with your heel, out with your hand, Maiden on her left. Sit back, sit down, pivot in, hold your ball, out with your right heel, right hand, pivot on the right. Half step to the back, cross the hips and waist, set up the left hand, go to the bottom of the seat. One hand comes out, up, 2 hands, then your foot, start in the middle, flush your arms like a fan. Sit back, sit down, pivot 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, cloud hands, close. 9 o'clock, open, close. T-stance, hold your ball. We're going to ward off. Turn your hips and waist, grasp the bird's tail. Roll back, sit down. Other side. Closing, twist, open twist, in twist, embrace the tiger, up, in, out, drop shoulders, as you now, close your form. Okay, good. So we got an overview of all those 16 movements. You had learned already 10 movements, you added on 6 more, and hooray, you're putting it all together. But yes, there are spots where you're not clear. You don't really catch on. You sort of do, but you sort of don't. But once everything is strung along, you kind of feel a little bit more lost because it doesn't come as quick as it should come for the rhythm that we're doing it in. So what are you going to do about it? You can stay in that situation and suffer, or pretend that you know, or you go back to the movements and you learn it a little better, okay? So that's what we're going to do today. But don't just rely on what you do here. Take it home and reinforce it till it gets really automatic for you, okay? So some of the responsibility in Tai Chi is, or anything new, is to do it yourself, to take ownership, okay? All right. So we're going to run into that same predicament where you're going to see me for a while and then you're not going to see me. So the best way to do it is to reposition, okay? So repositioning gives you an opportunity to see all the complex movements while you're working on it. But it can get kind of hairy and tangly, but we'll try our best, okay? So I'm looking this way and we have just pushed out. Left foot forward, right foot back. Is that right? No. Right hand to the skimming of the hip, left hand forward, left foot forward. We're going to pivot and pirouette, our favorite. Ready? Sit back, sit down, to allow the left heel to pivot. Root down, allowing our right toe to be weighted or semi-weighted. The positioning of the hand, left hand 2 inches below the navel, right hand chest level, palm facing up in both situations. You're going to spin and kick out with your right heel and reposition your hand as if you're really holding that ball. Here we go. Root down, spin out, reposition your hand. All right? Left foot, left heel comes out, left hand comes out, and Maiden works on her left. Okay? So I want to take this portion to the forward position, but let's repeat what we just did, okay? So you fix it up, okay? You know, you heard me, and we've done it many times. So you ask yourself, are the matching hand and feet forward and the matching hand and feet back? Then you probably have it. So the palm is away on the left, the palm is facing ceiling on the right. Sit back, sit down, pivot, root down, allows you to then come up. That's the pirouette, right? Insubstantial foot or right foot has to do its job now, okay? So we're gonna kick out with the heel, reposition the hand, come out with the left heel, left hand, and Maiden works on her left, okay? So let's take Maiden on her left to the bulletin board wall, okay? So Maiden is like this, okay? Got it? Sit back, sit down. This time you're gonna pivot in. Maiden has to put her shuttlecock on the other side. You're gonna hold your ball. Right foot ready to go, right hand ready to go. Step out. Put the shuttlecock on the right. What are we gonna do? We've got to go down to the bottom of the sea. How do we do that? We weight down on the front foot to stabilize ourselves. We take a half step to the back. Left hand is ready to go to the bottom of the sea. The right hand just kind of went to my left also. Then we're going to lift off the ground and put our toe down, go to the bottom of the sea. One hand comes up, left hand, right hand joins it, right foot joins it. Step out right heel, flash arms like a fan. Okay, hold your stance. Okay, and then you ask yourself, are you in good Tai Chi posture or are you a prey to your opponent? And if you're a prey to your opponent, what do you need to do? Line up your horizontal danten points, because you don't want to flop over and give yourself away, okay? All right, good. So it's not easy, okay, but it can be very smooth, and we can make ourselves appear that we're comfortable, and it is an easy step because there's a lot of movement, and you can have control over it once you get it, okay? But once you get it, then you always have to say to yourself, stop and say, am I in good Tai Chi posture? You correct that. You have a finger, you know that this is your spine, and you never want to come forward, which is easy to do, but easy to fall too. So think about it. Why are you here? Why are you in Tai Chi? Do you want to learn to fall? Yeah, right? All right, let's do it again. You set yourself up. So what do you say to yourself? Left foot forward, left is your left hand forward. Are you pushing away on the left, right? Is that right? And is your right foot short on a 45? Is your right hand sitting at your hip and is catching the ball from the ceiling? So it should be this way, right? This way. A little further down, Jeff, on the hip. Drop your right hand. Drop your right hand down to the hip. Right? Yeah, and then the ball's coming down here. Yeah, good. And you're in a forward position so that the right foot It's not locked in, but it is a bow and arrow created, okay, an arrow in the back. It's still a bow step, okay? So left foot forward, left hand catching the ball from the ceiling. Right knee is not locked in, but there is an arrow on the right foot at a 45 degree. Left hand forward, right hand sitting at your hip. Here we go. What's the first thing? Sit back, sit down, because from a bow step, you sit back, sit down. Here's the twist step, which is a pivot. Here's the shift of weight. Here's the pirouette. Did we have to figure it out? It just came naturally. What are we going to do? We have the left weighted down, therefore the right foot gets to move. We kick out with our right heel, we reposition our hand. And the left foot kind of, I won't say edited, but modified in that it's now a 45. We shift the weight to the forward foot. The left heel comes out, the left hand comes out. As it goes to the forehead, turn the hips and waist and put your shuttlecock right there to the left. Sit back, sit down, pivot in, hold your ball. Right heel comes out, right hand comes out. Here we go. Right heel, right hand. Turn, put the hand to the forehead, turn the hips and waist, put the shuttlecock right there. All right, shuttlecock right there, get your position, shuttlecock right there. I think it's there, right? Okay, we're at the forward position now, sorry. Forward position to the bulletin board wall. I thought you were in my view, okay. All right, this is where we are, right? We just shuttled to the right. We're going to work on needle to the bottom of the C. So everybody got it? This time it's a little opposite. I'm looking at my right foot forward, but my right hand is towards my forehead, right? And the left foot is back, but my left hand is forward. So we're going to fix that up. Let's do that, okay? So what we want to do now, what do we want to do? We want to sit back. Oh, we want to bring this foot back, and we want to go down to the bottom of the C. Is that right? I'm wrong. Good, thank you. Wow, good students. All right, so let's make it correct. We are at Maiden shuttling on her right. We want to stabilize the right foot and allow our left foot to go back with our left hand set up, right hand across the hip. You're in this position. We want to go down to the bottom of the C. We want to do everything together. Lift the right, go down, swipe across. How did we do that? We set it up like this. Right hand is over here, sort of. I'm exaggerating, but it's on the left. Left hand is like this. If you keep your thumb away, you want to go down like this. Starting here, right foot is on its toe. We want to do 3 things, if not more. We want to lift. We want to go down. What do we want to do? Set it up. After we lift, we go down, okay? But the weight is on the left foot, so it's giving us stability. Lift up the right, place it down. When you place it down, everything goes down. Okay, one more time. Lift up, go down. One hand comes up, 2 hands come up, then your foot comes up, and you stretch out the knee on the heel, flash arms like a fan. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, 12 o'clock. 9 o'clock, cloud hands. 12 o'clock, 2 things happen at 3, flip and close. 2 things happen at 9. At 3 o'clock, we flip the hands, close the feet, get into a T, get into a ball. What do? Same as in the 10 form, same as in the 24. We step out to ward off. Turn the hips and waist, grasp the bird's tail. Let's practice. Let's get that energy, get that private bubble that you have, making sure that the energy is right around you. You're creating it. You're recycling it. You're powerful. This is Tai Chi, okay? Use your energy. The more energy you store, the more you can generate. Embrace the tiger. Up, in, and out. Drop the shoulders, tuck the elbows. Bring that energy all back home. Okay? So now we're going to do the long version, okay? So sometimes when we repeat, it's very good, but other times we need to put it into the whole, then come back maybe and renew the drill again, okay? So yes, you're progressing, maybe you know how to do your pivot and your pirouette, and now you're inching into Maiden, okay? But then there's more to do, there's more to learn, you have more confidence so that you can tackle more complex things. So you first learn pivot and pirouette, then you're inching into Maiden, and then you're tackling going to the bottom of the sea, things of that sort, okay? Let's do that to the left. And I was going to say we're all on our journey. We can't expect 100% achievement right now in each of the sub-movements, but we surely can get a taste and a feel for it, okay? Good Tai Chi posture, commencing form, shift weight to the right, on the toe, open, 50-50, rotate, deep breath, reverse, make yourself small, flex your knee, hold your ball, part the wild horse's mane 1. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, center, out, part 2, half step, spin as you rock, advance the left as you watch, set it up correctly. White crane spreads its wings. Drop the front foot, tuck the elbow, bisect, swirl back, look back, all together, brush knee 1. Sit back, twist out, set it up, all together, brush knee 2. Sit back, as if you're going to do a brush knee, left hand high, right hand fisted low, exchange the places, deflect to the right with the right heel and right hand, parry, and then advance forward, punch. Strip the guy off of you, open your fingers, roll back and sit down, spiral up and lunge forward. Pivot on the back, pivot on the front, hook, out into the side L, single whip. Half step forward, swirl the back hand, rock the front foot, so weight on the back, play your lute. Center the left hand, right hand higher, glance, all together. Up, toe, heel, pivot, meet, repulse of the monkey. Center, lead with the toe, up, ear, toe, heel, meet, slide. Pivot the front, pirouette the back, spin out right, left foot, left hand up, Maiden on her left. Sit back, sit down, pivot in, hold your ball, Right heel out, right hand to the forehead, Maiden on her right. Half step to the back, across the hips and waist, set it up, down to the bottom of the seat. One hand, two hands, send your foot, start in the middle, out, stretch the right knee, flash arms. Sit back, sit down, pivot, 9 o'clock. 3 o'clock, two things happen. 9 o'clock, two things happen. T-ball, ward off. Roll back. Twist. T, L, ward off. Cross the bird's tail. Embrace the tiger. Drop the shoulders, tuck the elbows, flex the knees as we close your forearm. Okay, so there's still that area, okay, but we have a nice closure, something very familiar. So who said that Yang 16 would be easy, right? You knew that you were going to move in from the 10 form to the 16. So we have to do some practicing, okay? Let's take it from Maiden, okay? Okay, I'm gonna demonstrate, okay? And I'll take it from my home base, which is where I usually start you folks, okay? So sit back, sit down, pivot, pirouette, kick out, right, kick out, left, sit back, sit down, pivot in, top matches the bottom or vice versa. Half step to the back, across the hips and waist, down to the bottom of the seat. One hand, two hands. This is centralizing your energy, stabilizing for better balance. Okay, so not sure what I said, whether we were going to do needle to the bottom seat or maiden works or shuttle. But I want to think about maiden works or shuttle, okay? I want to address that. When maiden works her shuttle, how is she? Okay. So when the maiden works her shuttle, she is Left foot is insubstantial. Left hand is on the bottom because that's the advancing hand, the bottom hand. So this is how you set it up. When you come out with your heel, the left hand or bottom hand advances so that the left matches the top of your body matches the bottom of the body, and then she shuttles this way. Okay, so one thing to know is that you set it up correctly. Left, left, left on the bottom, left insubstantial. When you are ready, you are firm down, you have energy, and you come out this way so the top and the bottom match. You stay there and use your core to bring it up. But once it gets there, you turn your hips and waist and you put it there. Same with the next one. Instead of pivoting out, which we're accustomed to, we're right here on a bow stance. We sit back, we pivot in. Right hand, right foot ready to go. Right heel out, right hand starts to spin the ball to the forehead, turn the hips and waist right there. There's hardly any movement of the hands, because once you set it up, the spinning or the turning or rotation of the hips and waist gets you where you want to be. Okay, that was the front version, okay? So here I am, out, turn here, sit back, instep, ball, heel hand, turn, rotate, then turn the hips and waist. Half step to the back, across the hips and waist. We want to go to a straightaway, so this guy eventually turns this way. I set it up, my weight is on the back. I lift off the ground, I go down to the bottom of the seat. One hand comes up, one hand comes up, two hands come up to make me more stable, then my foot comes up because I want that good balance. Sit back, twist step. Okay? All right. I don't know how to teach it, I keep on doing it, but thinking that you'll get it. All right, let's do from Maiden works her shuttle on her, going to her left, okay? So right hand on the top, left foot ready to go, left hand on the bottom. Step out, start to rotate. As the hand goes to the forehead, turn the hips and waist, and the Maiden puts her shuttlecock right there. Sit back, sit down, pivot in, hold your ball. Right heel out, right hand starts to spin or rotate the ball. Set it up and turn the hips and waist. The shuttlecock goes right there. Good, this is where I want to be. We take a half step with our left foot while our left hand sets it up, and we go down to the bottom of the seat by lifting that right toed foot. One hand comes up, two hands come up, then your foot, start in the middle, flash your arms like a fan. All right, let's keep on repeating that, okay? Right on the top, left on the bottom, we're going to shuttle on our left, weighted on our right or back foot. Out with our heel, rotate that ball, set it up, turn hips and waist, flatten down, bow stance. Sit back, sit down, pivot in, T stance, hold your ball sort of. Right heel out, right hand rotates. As it goes to the forehead, turn hips and waist, bow stance. We're going to take our left foot and go to the back, but at the same time, our hands will direct us to the bulletin board wall. We're in a zigzag and we're going to go to a straightaway. Half step to the back, right hand comes to the hip, left hand this way. Weight on the left foot to allow the right toe to come down, up and then come down, needle to the bottom of the seat. One hand comes up, that's your left. Then join it with the right. Then the right foot, stretch out the knee, straight away. Flash arms like a fan. Okay? Okay, your turn to rest. Okay? See if you can pick up something new. Okay. Shuttle to the left, but veer to the right, okay? Maiden works her shuttle on her left. Out with your left heel, start to rotate. As it goes to the forehead, turn the hips and waist, put the shuttlecock to the left. Sit back, sit down, pivot in. Right heel out, right hand starts to spin to the forehead, turn the hips and waist, put the shuttlecock right there. What are we going to do? Half step to the back with our left foot. Half step to the back, across the hips and waist with the right. What are we going to do? Lift up the right to go down with the left. Up one hand, up two hands, up the foot. Stretch out, flash arms like a fan. Let's go on. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, 12 o'clock. 9 o'clock? 12 o'clock? 3 o'clock. 12 o'clock. 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock? 3 o'clock? Not so bad, tea and a ball. And then ward off. When we turn and we do our grasping of the bird's tail, show me your best form. Now. Okay, good. Very good. Okay. So, any questions on it? So how many are saying they've learned something and they can reinforce what these complex movements are about? How many feel that they're progressing? Okay, good. Otherwise, I'm no good here. Okay, so you are progressing, right? And so you knew I needed that answer, right? No, I think you are. Okay, I think you are. And I know that you're not shying away from it, so that's great. So now we want to blend things together. We want to use what you are sort of sure about and build on that. And that's the way we learn Tai Chi. We get something, therefore something out there that we don't get, we want to tackle it so we can move on and get into the end of our 16 movements. So I realize that that's why I say, let's just start from here, because we need more drill, and yet it's a good place to start to get into the complex movements, rather than take the complex movement out of context, and that becomes then a burden to me, because how do you get there, you know? It's better to string it along and then try to get a feel for all the movements as a cluster.
Most of you know the saying of trying to separate the forest from the trees, right? To me, at least in this particular case that applies, in Tai Chi, as Lucille is trying to teach you specific movements, and it's like another analogy of when you're kids, you see this picture and there's dots and you have to connect the dots to get the whole, a better visualization. And right now you folks are doing the dots. But as time goes by, once you know what the general picture is like from the schematic, then you round it out. But as you go, sometimes what happens is you get lost along the way. You might put a wrong dot in a wrong direction, or it's a little squiggly rather than straight when it should be straight, or you put it too curved when it should be straight. In Tai Chi, sometimes when you're looking at the trees, individual 16, you forget that this is a dynamic movement, rounded, smooth, etc. One of the things that has helped me to put into perspective, what does the forest look like? What does the whole 16 look like is I will do it not at the slow pace of one block at a time, but try to see how it flows. You know, go a little faster. I'm not recommending ultimately that you do your Tai Chi fast, because the goal is to be able to do it slow but smoothly. The slower, the better. Obviously, the smoother, the better. But sometimes in order to get the idea of, wow, I'm spinning this way and I'm spinning this way, you have to go at a little faster speed. Or at least you might consider that. That's what I've used as something to teach myself when I'm saying, geez, this is rather awkward. But when I put it all together, it sort of rolls, and you're all the time in your mind, you're not only thinking about the sequence, but you're thinking, how do I make this rounded? How do I make it smooth? So when you practice by yourselves, some difficult movements, run through it several times, and you'll find that sometimes you hit and sometimes you miss, but eventually, many a time you find out, that's how this thing fits in a smooth set of movements. So that's my only recommendation.
Good Tai Chi posture, dropping the shoulders, commencing form, open. Repulsive monkey. Brush knee. Part the wild horse's mane. Bowed hands. Call hold. Kick out. Grasp the bird's tail. tiger or cross hands. Close your form. As we now close our form. Okay, good job. See you next time.